Alrighty, we are back on episode 5 of the ROVA HoopCast show. We got Pops joining us back again today after he took a week off and let me struggle with
I had to
Bryce
get
for his.
I had to get down to Cancun, lay on the beach for a week. Can't
Yeah,
you
right.
tell? Look, huh? Got a new
Yeah,
hairdo
man.
while I was down there and everything, man.
Go ahead and introduce us.
Well, hey, today we're gonna talk about hit on some high school tournaments going on right now. Teams locally here playing. I guess there's still some regional finals still to be played. Patrick Henry, I know. And then we got a championship game tonight with Radford and Floyd down at the Dedman Center. And then, of course, the state berths. We'll talk about some of the teams that's qualified for the state. Talk a little bit about the ODAC tournament this past weekend. And hey,
A lot of basketball.
yes sir, yes
A lot
sir.
of tournament ball.
Hey, let me give a quick shout out real quick, though, man. This guy's been doing good things at Lord Botetourt all year with helping out and sponsoring and different things. And I know he came over here and did some gutter work for us. Give it Ryan Boytnott a shout out today with K Guard Gutters.
Yep, thank you,
Man, if
Ryan.
you need some gutters, call Ryan Boytnott with K Guard Guttering. Okay, local company doing good things. I think they service everywhere around Christiansburg, Blacksburg, Salem, the lake. I think they even go up into Harrisonburg and different places. But anyway, give them guys a shout. Appreciate the support from those guys this year.
All right, great job. Let's go ahead and get into segment 1, talking about high school hoops.
We're back.
Yep, we are back. We'll head on to high school hoops for this upcoming week. I know you just hit on Friday. I know Cave will play at Hidden Valley. Northside will play, correct? Northside also plays, or
Yeah, Northside plays this week as well. They got to travel up a road to face Spotswood.
Spotswood? Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
they won 3C.
Yeah.
Now who was runner up for 3C? Was it Fluvanna? Did they make it this year? Or no.
Stanton. Cave will be
Oh.
playing Stanton.
That'll be interesting.
7 o'clock Friday at Hidden Valley High School, neutral site, I
Yeah.
guess is what they're saying. But, I mean, that should be a huge advantage for Cave playing over at Hidden Valley. But let's backtrack a little bit. The past week's action. I'm gonna start with you, man. I mean, you guys went down. Abington, double overtime. Your career comes to an end in high school basketball, and man, I ain't gonna get through this thing without just saying congratulations. Yeah, you're my son, brother, but I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Hit the big shot to send that ball game into overtime.
First buzzer beater in my life too, so that was special.
Yeah, that was nice. But as always, you'd rather
Get the
you'd
win,
rather get
yeah.
that W. But just wasn't in the cards that night. I thought Tyler Meade played outstanding that night as well, and but we just didn't have enough at the end of the day. The 7-footer had a big game with 25 points and 19 rebounds, and fantastic career, man. Proud of you. Hated to see it end for the Cavaliers, but onward and upward is what they say. So.
Yep.
We're looking at, I guess, everything else going on around the area before we talk about heading what's going on this starting this Friday is, big game this past week. We both were in attendance for it.
Northside's first
Case
loss,
Spring
huh?
goes to Northside. Northside coming in undefeated, and quite honestly, I thought Cave answered the call, man. I mean, from a physical standpoint, I thought the difference in the ball game was a couple of things. Cave withstood the pressure and the physical play of Northside, and I thought personally Northside lost a lot of the 50-50 balls that they're usually getting. And
Northside had a bad night.
huh?
I said Northside didn't have their best night.
Well, no, I
No,
don't think
no,
they.
no.
I didn't think they had a bad night at all. I thought, matter of fact, I thought both teams played extremely well. I thought all players played well.
They
The
did.
game was coached well. It was
Cave-
officiated
Cave-
well, and that's just the way it happens.
Cave
And
really shot the ball very well. They showed up, especially playing at Northside. It was definitely above 60% from three. It had to have
yeah,
been. But yeah, that was a great game, great atmosphere. I mean, that thing was packed out, and yeah, they came out with the dub.
they
So
thought the big man for Cave was big.
down the stretch, he came out.
Yeah, I thought
Really did
Graham
big
Lilly
thing.
was good.
Graham did great.
Off the ball, shot the ball well, which Northside probably wasn't game planning for that, but that's what happens. And so I guess in my opinion, for whatever it's worth, uh, I'm gonna give Northside the head on Spotswood, and I'm gonna say Cave beats Stanton. And then you're looking for a matchup between Cave and Northside for the semifinals of the state 3A tournament. Man, could be big. What's your count on it?
It'll definitely be another big game if that ends up happening. I remember we played Stanton earlier not about mid-season at Spotswood for the Showalter tournament, and we were down most of the game. I was in foul trouble, I believe, that game, but we ended up winning that game right at the end, probably about by 14 or something. But we fought that game. Stanton's a good team. They don't have the height to match Dillon or anything. And then Northside's got to play Spotswood. Spotswood is a
very well coached team.
Very well coached, but they'll surprise teams because they're actually very good this year and
play well together.
Depending on how Northside takes that loss, if they take it the wrong way or anything, Spotswood may be able to get the upset, but I don't.
Yeah, you don't want to sleep on Spotswood. That's for
especially
sure.
going up and playing up in Spotswood. Yeah. You don't. That's
you don't want to sleep on nobody right now. Nobody
going and playing at Spotswood is like playing at Abingdon. So
yeah, I don't think nobody wants to go home right now. Would you agree with that?
Not at all.
So, but anyway, so that's and then coming up tonight, 8:00 at the Dedman Center in Radford. We got a few of our old teammates, man, summertime guys, and Radford takes on Floyd for the Three Rivers. We got the championship going on there tonight at 8:00. That's going to be a big one. What's your take on that?
Well, I know they're split right now, and they're playing each other. Radford won the first game, and Floyd won by, I believe, 9 or something when they played them at Floyd. So there's definitely some tension between the two teams coming into tonight's game. But I do think Radford has a little bit of an edge being able to play right next to home. But Floyd will battle. Floyd will give them a fight. And if Floyd's not able to speed Radford up, and they allow them to hold the ball and all that, it could get tough for Floyd. But I think it'll be a great matchup to watch.
Well, I said Three Rivers. This is the region, right?
What you mean?
It's the region final, man.
Is it 2D? Yeah.
Region 2 final. So that's going to be a big one. I think strong at the point guard position both ways, and going to be a defensive battle. Cormany loves to slow it down. Man, it's going to get crazy up there tonight. So it's going to be a good one.
Yep. Let's what do you want to go into next?
Well, we still got some teams locally, man, still playing. Give a shout out to Lord Botetourt girls. That's in the state tournament, man.
I looked at a picture from the game the other day. That it was supposedly sold out 35 minutes before the game. So that's awesome for women's basketball, having a game sold out like that. I know it wasn't the outcome that they wanted, but they still have a chance to
absolutely
keep playing.
So we want to wish them good luck moving forward, and and see if they can't pull some magic this time of the year. So also in the state left is we got Auburn. Auburn beat George Wythe the other night. So
how much did they end up winning?
I don't know what the final on that was, but I know both of those guys will be headed to the state tournament.
George Wythe's been having a heck of a year.
Yeah, they've done a good job, but Auburn always seems to be ready down the stretch. Mill Irons does a great job with those kids, knows how to get them ready for the end of the year.
Now I hope this year Auburn actually gets the matchup with Lancaster. I know we got Tyson down there, you got Troy, Dante's boys. If that could be a matchup at the end of the day, that's gonna be a battle because Lancaster. I know they took that loss last year that they probably
Oh yeah, Lancaster can play.
took for
That's
granted,
for
but
sure.
they can.
Some of our old guys with Boo Williams, Dream
DCU,
Chasers.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's some good action going on there. You still got, I guess you got, Lancaster and Auburn. That's kind of, George with 1A as well. So any of those teams could match up. But you get to 2A, you're talking about, John Marshall. So
Well, they just
yeah,
came out with the rankings again today. I believe they're now at 8 or 9.
I think that includes everybody in the
Yeah,
country, right? That's ESPN's
that's
rankings.
big time.
So,
Yeah, it's Paul being
yeah, they're for real. And then you look down the line, you got 3A, obviously Cave Northside. I think is going to be in the thick of it to get a state championship again. And 4A, you got your boys with former coaches and
Yeah,
players.
up in the 757. You got
Varina and Kings Fork. You got KJ Weiss and
he's doing his thing right there right
you
now.
got Ryan
So,
Height down there at Kings Fort doing his
I
thing. And
know Miles is playing. Derek is playing well
Derek
too.
Cotta's Verena, man, I tell you.
I just saw Coach Height got Coach of the Year.
Yes, sir.
So
Congratulations,
that's
Rick
awesome.
Height.
And
Yeah, that's outstanding.
I know Ryan got first team, and Caleb Brown I believe got second team, and then Samuel won Player of the Year for Region 4A.
Yeah.
So
Hey, it's gonna get interesting. And hey, we keep on the A scene. Let's don't forget about 5A division. Patrick Henry rolling right now.
who do they play?
Well, they play tomorrow night. I guess that's the region final tomorrow night. And I believe that will be at Patrick Henry. We want to wish those guys good luck. Obviously, they punched their ticket as well in the 5A. And hey, they're rolling right now, looking good. They got to keep it rolling down there at Patrick Henry and see if they can't bring home a state this year. So anyway, that's kind of hitting the wraps on all the local teams and all. And we'll get into segment 2, just kind of what we're able to watch this weekend a little bit with the ODAC
On to
tournament.
segment 2, yeah, ODAC tournament this past weekend, 3-day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I remember Friday we had that 1:00 game. It was Macon and
Ferrum.
Ferrum had a really impressive guard I hadn't heard of at all because he's been at multiple colleges. I know he's at Livingston. I believe he's at Lewisburg too, but he ended up with 35 plus, something like that. Kid could stroke the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, he stepped up big at the end of the game. They didn't give up. And Ferrum was definitely the underdog, but Macon they took it away at the end. Merkel, the coach he is, I believe. That's what makes their team so great. But and then you had the next matchup was Roanoke and Virginia Wesleyan, correct?
No,
not Virginia Wesleyan. WNL,
no.
WNL, yeah. That was a big game, yeah. Roanoke and WNL. Draper ended with 40, quadruple overtime.
Yeah.
You had Robert DeCibio for WNL ended with 46. He was Player of the Year of the ODAC this year. I believe the kid I can't remember.
No,
I've heard it from multiple things. The
Randolph Macon guy
the
was Defensive Player of the
Defensive
Year
and Player of the Year.
Player of the Year. Yeah.
Well, somebody, but that DeCibio kid was really good as well. And then you had the 3:00, which was Hampton and Sydney. No, 3:00 was Roanoke, and then 6:00 was who was it? Yeah, 6:00 was Hampton, Sydney, and Virginia Wesleyan, and 8:00 was Guilford and Bridgewater. Those two games were really good. And yesterday,
yeah, that last game was outstanding. I think it was like 93-90. Guilford won that one, but Bridgewater hung tough all the way then. I think that guy's done an outstanding job at Bridgewater all year long. Come in 6th in the regular season, and you drew a first-round bye, first time in a long time for Bridgewater. So Coach Enright and
A lot of improvement from last year.
doing good things down there
Mhm.
at Bridgewater. Got a pretty solid point guard down there too, and Shad. So yeah, some big things happening across the ODAC. But championship game. Uh, Randolph-Macon
Randolph
gets
making
by
Guilford.
Guilford.
Yeah.
So again, it's kind of the company Randolph-Macon's used to keeping, getting to the end and getting the results they want. And I know the pairings came out today at 1 o'clock.
No, only two ODAC was Randolph Macon and Hampton Sydney.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw a lot of people they wanted Guilford to go in, and I think that's just a lot of the NCAA committee or whatever. They
yeah.
just got to make some
Well,
tweaks and stuff. But
yeah, I thought Guilford definitely should have got in. I thought Roanoke should have been in consideration
yeah,
as well there. But Randolph Macon and Hampton Sydney will be representing the ODAC
hmm
in this big thing. So should be some good basketball. And
that was some of the
golly,
best basketball I've watched in probably a few years. Was this past weekend, Northside and Cave, and you had Roanoke and WNL.
yeah.
Those two games were very good to watch.
Well, I'll tell you
So
what. Anybody don't think ODAC basketball is good needs a head screwed on.
yeah,
Uh, Fantastic basketball, competitive games. I just think night in, night out, man. It's a heck of a conference. A lot of solid coaches in that conference, and a lot of outstanding players in the conference as well. And man, just a great weekend of basketball. So much more to come, and let's don't forget March
March
Madness is just
Madness
right
coming
around
up.
the
Yeah.
corner.
Oh, hold on. We
Uh,
gotta talk about our heels real quick. Picking up that big
well,
win
the
over
Hills
Virginia,
are
man.
part of it, right?
Yeah. But that was a big momentum change for them. They were going through a tough couple losses the past couple weeks, and they probably feel a little disappointed, a little upset. But they got Duke on Saturday,
Well, big win against Virginia.
#6 seed.
Got Florida State coming in tonight, or they go to Florida State and then, bring Duke in Saturday. But look, let's be real. This team was played down to the last seconds to win a chance to win the NCAA championship last year, and guys hung around for another run. But uh, and I guess me being a Tar Heel fan myself, I ain't afraid to say it, but you know, it's been some selfish basketball
It
play all
has.
year, in my opinion. When you got a guy like Armando Baycott sitting in the block and won't deliver that man the basketball, we got some problems. But hey, Hubert's has done a good job, but I just think the guy needs to take control here at the end and get these guys heading in the right direction, because they got to start playing well now
Baycott's got to
just
be
to get in.
Baycott's got to stay involved because we're not going to be successful without him being involved. He can't just have 27 rebounds and 6 points and expect us to be successful, especially down the stretch. The guards got to start playing better together, and I mean, really, that trio has got to come together and just say, "Hey, we got to play together, or else this could be the end." So,
Yeah,
no,
it's gonna get interesting as far as we
sure will.
keep going.
I
But
mean, brackets this year are going to be hard to pick for
oh,
me at
absolutely,
least. I mean, it's just so many upsets and so many teams that you just don't really know much about.
right.
So, and I know UConn is, that's my kind of sleeper pick is UConn this year. Houston I know is high up there for being picked, but I remember DB talking to me about UConn, and I've seen some of their
A lot of good
highlights
basketball
and stuff.
teams in
Yeah.
the country, man. It's just like ACC tournaments right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give y'all my prediction. I got Miami.
Miami.
I
Yeah.
got Miami right there, man. So that's my prediction to win the ACC tournament down in Greensboro, man.
Sure.
I'll be rooting for Carolina, but I'm gonna have to go online and say Miami's who I'm picking to win it this year.
Sounds good.
What else you got, man? Anything going on training wise this week?
Nothing much. I mean, I know this week is probably going to start. Actually, probably this week's really just going to be kind of,
You taking a break, getting some rest,
yeah,
letting your body
still
cool down a little bit?
just on a little cool down for right now. Kind of just want to finish watching high school ball and stuff. But I believe next week I'm gonna pick it back up and start. I mean, lifting's gonna have to become a big part of my daily routine and stuff. But also back to training with B and all that. is going to start back up next week. But I'm excited for is what come till I get to college. I'm just excited to really. I mean, this summer is really my first free summer. Not free, but we're not on the roads every weekend, so I really get to spend time with y'all. I get to stay home more. It will not stay in the house, but like stay around the area. Probably get in the gym with Drew a lot. So I mean, it'll be great.
Sounds good. Hey, like to also congratulate Ryan Steger on a great career. James Rivers' season came to an end the other night at the hands of Floyd County, and but just hats off to Ryan on a great career at James River.
Ryan.
And just proud of you, young man. Now make your decision. Let us find out. Let us break it here.
We got another big commit coming this week.
Who?
Tomias Bracey.
Bracey, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Proud to see where he'll be going, though.
We'll see. We'll see what's up. But anyway, hey, look, thanks for joining us. As always, we're here just to provide some insight to what's going on typically around the valley.
Just to update y'all on some games from, the regions and stuff.
Just have some fun chatting about the game we all love. We can sit around and do this all day, quite honestly, but we ain't gonna make much money doing
it. All right, well, thank you for joining us on episode 5 this week. We'll have you another one coming up, but as always, we got 5 on.